Okay, all right.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're going to transition here in a moment to our program. Last call for the bar. Anyone who would like to get a drink before the program starts, the bar will be closing momentarily. This is your chance to stand and stretch. In about 2 minutes, we're going to be starting our program and the live stream of this evening's program. So.
Gentlemen, if I could get your attention, please. We're going to start the next portion of our celebration. So if you are eating, please continue to eat. If you're at the bar, get your libation. But we're going to get started. Good evening. I hope you enjoyed your dinner, and we'd like to thank Aladdin for providing a wonderful meal. My name is Wendell Ray. I'm the general manager of WRST, the radio station of the Titans. It's my pleasure to welcome you and present tonight's honored guests. But first, I'd like to tell you about the Alumni Awards program. This evening, we are recognizing the achievements of 11 accomplished University of Wisconsin Oshkosh alumni. In 1972, the Alumni Association created the Outstanding Young Alumni Award program to recognize the early career achievements of our recent graduates. Tonight, 3 alumni will receive this honor because of the success they have achieved in their careers and the promise they hold for future achievement. Also, we are proud to honor 7 graduates with the Distinguished Alumni Award. Established in 1964 to recognize those who have demonstrated a long record of distinguished service and achievement with a particular discipline, organization, or cause that has brought distinction to the university. Tonight's recipients bring the total number of UW-Oshkosh distinguished alumni to 239. Finally, we'll honor 1 graduate with the Outstanding Service Award, which was established in honor of the university's sesquicentennial in 2021. As a permanent honor to tonight's award recipients, a brick in each of their names has been installed in the patio of this beautiful building. Tonight, they'll receive a mini replica to display in their homes or offices, as well as glass frames to showcase their fondest UWO memories. But before we honor our guests, I'd like to introduce our Chancellor, Andrew Levitt. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Levitt to the stage.
Good evening, and thank you, Wendell. Appreciate it very much. One of my favorite evenings every year. This is such a tremendous event. I certainly want to thank the UWO Alumni Association for their great work in really cultivating and honoring some pretty amazing, some very, very amazing honorees tonight, which we're going to learn more about. I also always like to acknowledge our good friends from the UWO Foundation who are here tonight as well. I know Greg Giles will be up here a little bit later if you do that, but they're fantastic partners in everything we do. The students, raise your hand, students in the back. Thank you. This is really going to be a great evening for you. This is going to be you in 20, 25 years. Really is. You will be doing some amazing things with your lives once you're done with UW-Oshkosh, and I'm just so thrilled. I also want to recognize our very own Representative Lori Palmieri and her husband, Tony. Lori's right here. Let's give her an applause here. Lori is one of our local delegation, with a fantastic champion of higher education here in the state of Wisconsin. So we are delighted and grateful and honored that all of you have made this trip back to UW-Oshkosh. Tonight continues an extraordinary homecoming week for UWO. This week's events are always energizing. Our athletic contests are thrilling and generate a lot of Titan pride. I might mention that our women's volleyball team is currently 28-0. And ranked number 2 in the country, just simply amazing. And of course, our women's gymnastics team won their 2nd national championship since the last time we met. So, very, very nice. But it's the students, the alumni, the people, and their stories and successes that really, for me, inspire. This is always an amazing evening. Our honorees tonight and those who have been celebrated before are the embodiment of our values. Scientists, storytellers, athletes, engineers, military veterans, philanthropists, artists, entrepreneurs, educators, you all know this list of leaders, and it is certainly a long list. Each person and their story reminds us of the ways the Titans touch and change lives across the spectrum of human experience. They and their achievements also remind us of why choosing UWO is a good bet. As Chancellor, it's truly a privilege and a gift to be able to meet with alumni, to listen to their memories, and to hear their stories. And through the years, I've been doing this now for 30 years, it's hard for me to believe that, a common thread throughout many of these stories goes something like this. I choose UWO, I got to campus, I was unconfident and unsure of myself, as many students are, new students are. I took this class, and I had this particular professor. They encouraged me, they opened up my eyes, I got involved in this experience or that team or a great program or this new opportunity or I took this trip, and suddenly I discovered something about myself that I never knew was there. And I would imagine that a lot of our recipients not have that experience in common. One of the great things about being a college educator, as there are many teachers and professors in this room, is that you get to be a part of helping people find that switch, that motivation, being able to help them find themselves. And that's one of the things I really do enjoy about working at UW-Oshkosh. Those alumni are the first to explain that their investment in UWO was worth it tenfold. And in the same way, our investments in UWO generates incredible ROI as well. The proof is right here in this room. So, before I leave the stage, I have some homework for all of you. There will be a test. When you hear a young person or a family member or a work colleague or anyone in your circle and networks that you may encounter tell you, college isn't worth it, pause, smile, and tell them, it is so worth it. The future is foggy and full of unpredictable obstacles, and UWO helps learners anticipate, adapt, advance, and thrive. If that UWO skeptic persists and expects you to prove it, share your Titan stories. Then remember the amazing honorees we will celebrate tonight and share their stories. I think it's fair to say that their choice of UWO as a path and as a passage in their life's journey helped tonight's honorees achieve some incredible things and ultimately arrive at this moment. To each of them, I say thank you and well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Outstanding Young Alumni Awards. Tonight, we will honor 3 alumni who have graduated within the past 15 years for their professional and civic accomplishments and future promise. This brings the total number of esteemed alumni to receive this award to 230. First, we recognize Catherine Golab. In 2016, Catherine earned her bachelor's degree, launching a career as a medical laboratory scientist at Wisconsin Diagnostic Laboratories. That's in Milwaukee. She has steadily advanced within the organization and now serves as a clinical utilization specialist, but that's not all. Catherine is currently pursuing her doctorate of clinical laboratory science at Rutgers University in New Jersey, set to graduate in 2024. In addition to her career achievements, she dedicates her time to volunteering, committee service, and presentations to promote the medical laboratory science profession. Catherine holds leadership roles in key professional organizations, including the American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science and American Society for Clinical Pathology. Her contributions extend to academic publications, research projects, and active engagement on social media.
I was looking for a school that had a medical technology or medical laboratory science program. When I toured Oshkosh, it just felt right. It felt like, this was a school that would get me where I needed to go. Currently, right now, I work at Wisconsin Diagnostic Laboratories, which is affiliated with Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. We are the reference lab for the enterprise. And essentially what that means is that any laboratory testing that the other hospitals or clinics within the network can't do, they send to us and we perform. Unbelievable to me. Like, I'm 29 and I've won both major awards with my professional societies for under 40 honorees. I've won this awesome award with UW Oshkosh. Like, it's recognizing all the hard work that I've put in over the last 8 years of my career, and I really enjoyed being an Oshkosh student.
Please join me in welcoming Catherine Golab to the stage as she receives the Outstanding Young Alumni Award for her contributions to advancing medical laboratory science.
Good evening, everybody. I can be pretty long-winded, so I'm going to try and keep it kind of short here. But first of all, I want to thank the Alumni Association for this wonderful award. I am immensely appreciative for it. I also would like to congratulate my fellow awardees. I can't believe I'm standing among you right now. It's really a privilege and an honor. For those of you who don't know what a medical laboratory scientist is, really quickly, you know us from our greatest hit, COVID testing. But we do any test, hospital laboratory test that is done, a medical laboratory scientist or a medical laboratory technician has their hands on and performs. So I am immensely grateful to, be a medical laboratory scientist and to have gotten into this wonderful field. I have to thank a lot of people, so I'm going to go through it really quickly. First of all, I have to thank my instructors at UW Oshkosh, John Strauss, who's on the alumni board, as well as Mallory Janquart. I can honestly say I graduated from the best medical laboratory science program in the state. They prepared me so well for going into my career and being a professional and getting out and being a leader in our profession. It's not surprising that medical laboratory scientists from UW Oshkosh are leaders in this field because our program trains us so well to do so. I have to give credit to Hilma Rahancia-Weimer. She was my program director at HSHS St. John's in Springfield, Illinois, where I did my internship year. She was an amazing role model for how to be an active professional and to get involved in multiple different professional organizations and how to use that to advance your career. I have to thank multiple individuals at my workplace, Chuck Schur, Megan Seeger, Kenneth Colehap, Steve Sirota, Mike Barron. They supported me by giving me, first of all, this job that I got right out of school. They took a risk on a young employee. And then also they have supported me through my endeavors onto advancing my career and getting a doctorate degree. I have to thank multiple individuals also at the Medical College of Wisconsin. The Doctorate of Clinical Laboratory Science is a very new degree. There are less than 100 graduates in the country. I will be the first in the state of Wisconsin when I graduate next year in May. They took a risk, offering me a residency spot at MCW with the hopes that I will further the profession with them. So I have to thank Dr. Stephen Croft, Dr. Allie Harrington, Dr. Maria Hinsky, Dr. Ashley Cunningham, Dr. Laura Smye, and Dr. Rob Narens for being willing to take that risk and then to also mentor me through this residency year. I also have to thank multiple individuals at Rutgers University for, being great instructors and leaders and teaching me how to be a doctor of clinical laboratory science. Dr. Nadine Friedrichevsky, Dr. Dud Josko, Dr. Sashi Mehta, Dr. Brandy Gunselis. I also have to give kudos to my two cohort mates who one's at YL Cornell in New York and the other is in North Carolina at a program, Dr. Christian Bagustian and Anthony Apolyang. You guys have been in every single class with me for the last 4 years through my doctorate degree. We have suffered together, but we are graduating together in May, and I am immensely appreciative. I like to say you can be born a leader, and there are people who are in leadership positions who are maybe born leaders, but a lot of us learn and they grow to become leaders. And it takes a village to raise a leader. So I have to thank my mentors, Joanne Owens, Rodney Rohde, Kathleen Finnegan, Sue Graham, for giving me wonderful examples to learn from as I've grown in my profession and moved up through the ranks as a laboratory professional. I have to thank my friends for being my support and my stay throughout this entire process. Ali Nussbaum, Aaron Odegaard, Christian Lozano, Liz Dahlgren, Mike Lukowski, and Konstantin Kanyakis. You guys have been amazing, and I love spending not every single day with them, but I see them quite a bit. And I really enjoy just having other people in my profession that I can grow with and learn from. I also would not be here if I did not thank my parents and my sister. They're my family, they're my roots. And also, you learn things, I think, immensely from your parents. I have to thank my dad for teaching me quality work ethic. Because if you're not doing something to the best of your ability to do quality work, you're not doing it right. My dad's a HVAC foreman. I can't tell you how many times he's come home and complained because someone's not doing something the way that it probably should be done for the betterment of the company. He does the work and he does it well, but he knows what should be done and what's the right thing to do. My sister, she is a hospice nurse. I have to thank her for teaching me care and compassion. For those of us who work in the laboratory, we're kind of separated from patients. We don't see them very often if we're in a large institution. And understanding from her the care and compassion that it takes to care for patients and that there is a human that we need to care for on the other side of that sample, I'm immensely grateful for. I have to thank my mom, of course. She taught me about being passionate for your career. You never work a day in your life if you're passionate about what you do. My mom was a high school lunch lady. The people at work drove her insane. Sometimes the politics at work drove her insane. But she loved the work. She loved working with those kids. My fondest memories are going out to lunch with her, and she'd pick up the menu and be like, I know how I can make that for those kids. I know how I can make this, so that way then they make lunch the best part of their day. So again, I want to thank everybody for the honor of this award. I'm always immensely grateful and appreciative. Go Titans.
Our next award recipient is Brody Carmenzine, who graduated in 2014 with a degree in journalism and an emphasis in advertising. After making a significant impact at Pandora, he landed his dream job at Meta, formerly Facebook, where he now serves as a client partner overseeing a $100 million plus portfolio for advertisers. Beyond his corporate role, Carmenzine remains dedicated to giving back to the communities that have shaped him, including UW Oshkosh. He actively contributes to the university by offering insights and inspiration to students. His expertise has also benefited nonprofits as he volunteers with the American Lung Association's National Marketing Team and the Chicago Small Business Center.
I graduated December of 2014. I grew up in Ripon, Wisconsin for the most part. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do in college and actually only applied to UW Oshkosh. Bounced around majors to 4 or 5 different majors and eventually found the journalism program, which had the advertising emphasis. I tried to find a lot of different experience while I was still a student. One of them was at this small agency that worked at developing websites and doing marketing campaigns called Stellar Blue Technologies. We set up campaigns now. I really just work with 4 companies that are just really big Fortune 500 e-commerce or retail businesses.
Brody Carmenzine, please step forward to receive your outstanding Young Alumni Award.
Wow. Attitude is gratitude. I just can't believe I'm standing here right now. Really, I'm just the culmination of a lot of other people's help, and I wouldn't be here without people like the Associate Dean sitting up here, Dr. Hansen, Barbara Benesch on table 1, I believe, as well, and just like a lot of incredible mentors, my family and friends. I'm just super, super grateful for this award and hope to represent UW Oshkosh really strongly moving forward. And yeah, go Titans. Thank you so much.
Our final Outstanding Young Alumni Award recipient is Christiana Trapani, who earned her bachelor's degree in communication studies with a minor in radio, TV, film in 2016. Go RTF. Trapani embarked on her career at AMLA Commerce in Milwaukee prior to becoming the owner of Door County Candle Company in 2021. As a second-generation Ukrainian American, Christiana wanted to find a way to help Ukrainians after Russia invaded their country. Initially aiming to raise $5,000, she has remarkably amassed over $1 million in support of Ukraine through sales of the signature blue and yellow Ukraine candle. She remains dedicated to the... Yes, go ahead. She remains dedicated to the philanthropic mission of her business and has supported numerous other causes as well. Christiana continues to share her time and talents with UWO students, whether speaking on alumni panels or creating internship opportunities. She encourages them to find their voice and make a difference in the world.
Hi, I'm Christiana Trapani. I am the owner of Door County Candle Company. At UW Oshkosh, I minored in radio, TV, film, and I majored in communication. And truly, both my major and my minor helped me so much in where I am today. I chose Oshkosh because, well, the biggest thing was I loved Wisconsin, and I didn't want to go too far from home, but I wanted a good program with COM. And my mom was always a big supporter of RTF, and so she was like, oh, they have a good program there. So it was a good distance. I loved the campus. That was a beautiful campus. It had that kind of like still the country feel of like I could go for a walk, and I felt like I was at home. So after college, I went to grad school, and then I had a few jobs that I didn't love. I remember driving to my job one day, and I was thinking, this can't be my life. This can't be. I was sitting in traffic. I'm like, no, I'm destined for more. I know. I just don't know what it is. And so I opened a small little gift box business supporting Door County businesses, and I met the owner here. And the second time I met him, he literally walked in my car, and he's like, you know, I want to retire. Do you want to buy the business? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. And I mean, that's the story. Oshkosh was really pivotal in getting me to where I am today, and to the professors that helped me become what I am today and helped me grow in my confidence, helped me grow in my skills. That all together, I mean, it means the world to me. Oshkosh was a huge part of my life. Honestly, it was just the best school. I mean, I would never have changed where I went to college. I'm so proud to be a Titan. I'm so proud. I loved it. It's an honor, and going there was the best 4 years for me. Truly, if it wasn't for Oshkosh, I can honestly say I would not be where I am today.
Christiana Trapani, please step forward to receive your well-deserved Outstanding Young Alumni Award.
Thank you so much. One thing that video showed me is I talk really fast when I'm excited, so I'll make sure to talk a little slower right now. But truly, this is such an honor for me. And I'm very grateful for what UW Oshkosh brought to me and how it helped me get to where I am today. Two professors in particular who I really admire and I'm grateful for are Dr. Palmieri and Dr. Considine. Those two professors who are here tonight, I'm very grateful, really helped me realize my potential. My first 2 years of school, I didn't feel like I was very, very special. You know, I felt kind of like I was in the crowd, and that was okay. And those two professors really showed me that I had potential, and we all have potential. We all have something inside of us that can make a big difference in the world. And what that brought me was realizing that, you know, we all have a voice. We all need to use it. And if we want to see change in the world, we need to be part of it. And it's not about me. It's about what we can all do together. And this program really taught me that one person and one person and one person together can really change the world. So I'm very grateful, and thank you so much for this honor.
Now it is my pleasure to present our Distinguished Alumni Awards to 7 highly qualified and accomplished alumni. Our first honoree is Jenny Asaba, a 2006 journalism major currently working as a senior manager in community engagement and advocacy at Jamf, a company that specializes in providing device management and security solutions for organizations using Apple products. Jenny's journey to success has been defined by her resilience. After leaving UWO, she went to New York City, where she joined the Bronx Times reporter. However, by the end of 2008, she realized she wanted to return home to the Midwest. Asaba took on various roles, including administrative assistant, copywriter, and marketing communications position before finding her current role at Jamf. Jenny's impact extends well beyond her professional achievements. She founded Project Prom, an initiative that enhances the prom experience for students. She also created Building for Bridget, a nonprofit venture helping children in Uganda, her husband's home country. Their work led to the creation of a school that now serves 250 children and employs 30 adults, fulfilling yet another dream for her and her husband.
When I was actually looking into journalism programs and went and toured the campus, UWL was the #1 choice. I got involved in the AT and I was a staff writer for the Advanced Titan. I later became an RA. I always believed in being really invested and involved in whatever environment you are. It really started there at UW Oshkosh, and there were great opportunities to get involved. I ended up in Uganda a couple years after marriage. I immediately said, what can we do? Because Uganda is one of the poorest countries in the world. I have a roof over my head, I have food, I've got a car, I've got great kids. Not everybody has that. So that's always been in the back of my mind of just like, how can I give back to anybody who isn't as fortunate as me? I think the smartest thing that anybody can do is say, where does my talent align with anything that I can do?
Please join me in welcoming Jenny Asaba to the stage to receive the Distinguished Alumni Award, recognizing her outstanding professional success and her significant contributions through her philanthropic endeavors.
Wow, there's something about seeing yourself and hearing somebody else read your story that gets you all emotional. My husband is at home with our 3 boys. My baby just turned 1 year old last week, and they were campaigning, not the baby, but the other 2 were campaigning really, really hard. Mommy, we want to come and see this award. And I'm like, I am not pulling you out of school, but good try. They have been my inspiration throughout my whole life. I was thinking just this past week of, what this award means to me is just, I can't even express it. But what we've been able to accomplish, and I think the most important thing thank you, Wendell, for reading, is we opened a school this year, and we've got 260 kids in Uganda having a safe, quality education. That is something that was a dream for a really long time, and it really only became true because of qualities that I learned in the journalism program of how do you build community, how do you bring people together, and how do you use your passion to fuel what you know needs to happen. Because it won't if you don't do it. And that's what our school in Uganda did. So my husband can't be here, but he is definitely the other half of this success. So I get emotional. I dedicate this to him because without him, none of my success would happen. And I also want to say, Barb, thank you to you for believing in a young journalism student. You were very hard as a teacher. But absolutely incredible. And I truly believe that you helped me get on the right path from the start. So thank you to you. Thank you to the Alumni Association for this. Thank you to everybody putting up with my tears on this stage, but it really means a lot. Thanks.
Our next honoree is Teresa Connolly, a 1987 nursing graduate who also earned her master's degree in 1994 and a doctorate in nursing practice in 2013 from Loyola in Chicago. Dr. Teresa Connolly has over 35 years of experience as an international nursing and healthcare executive leader. Today, Teresa is the Associate Vice President of Delivery Services on the Mayo Clinic's international team, leading 15 referral offices and an ambulatory clinic in London, and supports Mayo Clinic's international patient population. Teresa's nursing journey began at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago, and in 1999, she assumed an important role as Nursing Resource Manager for Mayo Clinic, Arizona. Her career accelerated with an 11-year tenure as Chief Nursing Officer, where she transformed the nursing department into a fully integrated team of 2,500, earning the prestigious Magnet designation for nursing excellence. Teresa also played a vital role in nursing education and research, introducing the Mayo Clinic-based Arizona State University nursing program. In addition to her accomplishments, Dr. Connolly has held esteemed board accomplishments and appointments, including a 5-year term on the Arizona Medical Board.
So I am originally from Wisconsin. I actually grew up in Wausau, Wisconsin, and had a desire to get into healthcare, a field where I was really making a difference in people's lives ever since I was in high school. Obviously settled upon nursing, and the UW Oshkosh nursing program was a recognized program. I felt really proud to be accepted into that program, and it really did prepare me for a fabulous career. So I pursued a master's degree at Loyola University in Chicago, and really felt a great foundation there. In fact, I went on to get a doctorate in nursing practice from Loyola some years later. Moved to Arizona about 27 years ago, and this is home for me now. I've been at Mayo Clinic for 26 years.
Please join me in honoring Teresa Connolly as she steps forward to accept the Distinguished Alumni Award, recognizing her exceptional leadership in nursing and healthcare administration.
You guys are going to make it hard to get through this. Thank you all for having me and recognizing me. I do have some short words to say to all of you. First, I want to thank everybody here, fellow alumni, fellow award winners, and distinguished guests. I stand before you today truly humbled and profoundly honored to accept the University of Wisconsin Distinguished Alumni Award. This award is not just a testament to my professional journey, but also a tribute to the invaluable education and lifelong friendships I have cultivated during my time at this esteemed university. First, I'd like to express a heartfelt gratitude to John Kelly and to Scott Buckland for recognizing my career and my academic journey and nominating me for this award. Thank you. Also, to the selection committee for considering me worthy of this prestigious honor. I'm truly overwhelmed by this recognition, and I'm grateful to address all of you here today. I reflect on my journey, and I'm reminded of the countless hours spent in the classrooms of the nursing school at UW-Oshkosh, where I was inspired by dedicated faculty who not only ignited my passion for learning, they instilled in me a relentless pursuit of excellence. To them, I owe a debt of gratitude for their wisdom, their guidance, and their unwavering support. However, my time at this university was not just about academics. It was also about building relationships and creating memories that have lasted a lifetime. I would be remiss if I did not mention my sisters of Gamma Phi Beta. The bond we formed together during our time here has been a source of inspiration, of strength, and pure joy. To my Gamma Phi sisters, thank you for your unwavering friendship, your constant encouragement, and the countless memories that we've shared. You have been an integral part of my journey, and I am forever grateful for your love and your support. To the brothers at Delta Sigma Phi, I would not be here today without your friendship and lifelong support, especially my favorite Delta Sig, my husband, Mark. To my family, my husband, my dad, my brother and sister-in-law are with me today. I knew I was going to do this. You've been my rock through this journey. Thank you. Your unwavering belief in me and your constant encouragement and unconditional love have been the driving force of every one of my achievements. Mom and Dad. My mom's at home in Arizona taking care of my dogs. And if you noticed in that video, there was a big white furry dog in the background. I don't know if you picked up on him, but you've instilled in me the values of hard work, of perseverance, and humility. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed, and I hope that this award serves as a testament to your unwavering faith in me. I love you. To my friends, you have stood by me through thick and through thin, and thank you for all of that. Your friendship has been a beacon of light to me. You've helped guide me through the journey of life, celebrating with me in moments of triumph, today being one of those. Your support has been invaluable, and I'm eternally grateful for your presence in my life. In conclusion, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to UW-Oshkosh for this incredible honor. This award is not just a recognition of my achievements, but also a celebration of the values and principles that this institution stands for. I am so proud to be an alumnus of this esteemed university, and I pledge to continue upholding its legacy of excellence, integrity, and service. Thank you once again for the humbling recognition. I'm truly honored and privileged to accept the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh Distinguished Alumni Award. Thank you, and go Titans.
Our next honoree is Jeffrey Garrett, a 1978 philosophy and music major who currently serves as the editorial page editor at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. With over 35 years in journalism, Garrett has earned more than 60 state and national journalism awards. Jeffrey's journey in journalism began at the Northwestern in Oshkosh, followed by significant contributions at other newspapers, including the Detroit Free Press and the Toledo, Ohio Blade. The high point of his career was marked by earning the Pulitzer Prize, the most prestigious award in journalism. He earned this award for his powerful editorials exposing medical and mental health negligence in Texas county jails while working as the editor of the Palestine Herald Press in Palestine, Texas.
If you apply yourself and really try to get the most out of your courses there, you can get as good as education at UW-Oshkosh as anywhere else. When you're in journalism, the primary thing is to make a difference, not win awards, not win a Pulitzer, although that was great. The primary thing is to make a difference, and that's what you really feel good about.
Please join me in welcoming Jeffrey Garrett to the stage to receive the Distinguished Alumni Award in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the field of journalism.
Damn, man, you had to tell me the year I graduated, didn't you?
Hey, it's in the script, sorry.
Thank you, Chancellor, and thank you for the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh for this very special award. When I think of all the people that have come here and graduated and attended the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh over the past decades, hundreds of thousands probably, to be singled out in any way for an individual achievement is an extraordinary honor. And I had a chance to meet some of the fellow honorees today at breakfast, Mo, Brian, Ginny, among others. And, just to be in the same room with them was an honor. I was so very impressed with them. They were so very positive, uplifting people that I just, felt great just coming out of there and seeing them all. And even more than the award, I thank University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh for giving me the opportunity for getting an excellent education, an education that really kind of provided the groundwork for anything I've managed to accomplishment in my career. The corner marks of any great public university is excellence, opportunity, and access. And UW-Oshkosh really provided all three of those. The access part of it, when you think about the financial, especially today when a four-year degree is almost out of reach for a lot of poor and working class students, the tuition was affordable, at least when I was here. And I was able to get my way through by playing drums in a rock band. I was a philosophy and music major, and I played drums in a rock band, and that's how I really got my way through by working in a factory and a hospital laundry. And, that was great. And also access in the sense of academic as well. For those of us who were not great students in high school. I mean, I was a 1.9 grade point average in high school. And I know that I could not have gotten into a lot of universities or colleges in the country. But UW-Oshkosh said, come on in. We're going to take you. We're going to work with you. We're going to accept you. And we're going to help you get there. And with their help of a lot of great professors, I think I earned their trust and graduated. And that was really the basis of any success I've had later. I was a philosophy and music major, but then when I went to Marquette University, got a graduate degree in journalism, got through there by working as a hospital security guard at night. But really, the UW-Oshkosh was really the foundation for all of that. That's what made me a better student from the start. So, I thank them so much for that chance, that opportunity. But, you can't get there alone, so there were a lot of other people that also helped me along the way. My mother is here tonight, Donna. She was a lifelong source of me for inspiration, for encouragement, for support. literally saved my life on several occasions, to be honest. And so I, definitely thank her and my wife, Alicia, who's been a lifelong source of joy and refuge and inspiration. So I thank her at all. And the other people that came here tonight, Rod Gardner and Karen Gardner, my best friends in high school, Natalie Knowles Beck, sort of my love in Marquette University, and her husband Gregory. She was kind of the one that got away, and and Sandy and her husband Sam, who also have really close ties with the university as well, and have been very involved with the university. So all of those people helped me, as well as the great professors I had at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. I had one professor at Oshkosh that said, I think Walter Bentz was his name. I think he's dead now, but he was the comparative philosophy of comparative religion. And he said, you can get as good as education at the UW-Oshkosh as anywhere in the country. And what he meant by that is not just UW-Madison, but also Harvard, Yale, Brown, and the most prestigious universities in the country. And when he said that, I don't know if I believe that, but now looking back at the lifelong dividends that UW-Oshkosh has paid me, I really believe that that's true, that you can get as good of education here as in any education, at any university in the country. So thank you very much for this. God bless you all, and I hope if you go to the game tomorrow, that you enjoy the game and watch the Titans win. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Our next Distinguished Alumni Award honoree is John Kranick. After graduating from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh with a business administration degree in 1993, John's career with Six Flags Great America has been a remarkable journey. The marketing major worked his way through the ranks from senior account executive to regional sales manager, to general sales manager, to marketing director, and now he holds the position of park president. In this role, John oversees 5 theme and water parks, generating an impressive annual revenue of over $195 million and attracting more than 4 million visitors. Among his most notable achievements is the successful launch of the record-breaking roller coaster known as Goliath in 2014, which received significant local and national media attention. Beyond his professional success, John is deeply dedicated to his community. He has contributed significantly by serving on the Gurnee Chamber Board of Directors, the Visit Lake County Executive Board, co-chair of a capital campaign at St. Alphonsus Parish, and volunteering as a youth football coach, among other volunteer activities.
Freshman, sophomore year was in the accounting program. It didn't feel that was my path forever. I switched to marketing. Graduated with a marketing degree, a minor in economics, took a lot of sociology classes, some human resources classes, so I'd say I balanced it with the business side and the human side a little bit, and just started looking for a job. There was a position that was open in sales here at Six Flags, and I thought selling Six Flags sounds kind of fun. Got the job as a sales rep. I believe in serving the team. You're taking care of the guests, you're taking care of the team, and that's what goes on every single day. Great experience at Oshkosh. My son is going there in the fall. It's where I met my wife. There's a lot that I hold dearly about Oshkosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, as someone who's spent countless hours at Six Flags, I'm honored to welcome John Kranick to the stage to receive the Distinguished Alumni Award.
First off, thank you to the Alumni Association, the Board of Directors, Selection Committee. So flattering and humbling to see that and hear the remarks. It's really special. The whole experience has been. So thank you sincerely. Oshkosh was obviously first and foremost a remarkable experience from an education standpoint. Receiving the education in marketing, finance, human resources, the balance, I think got me very well rounded and prepared for the career path that I took. The experience on campus, from a leadership standpoint, my experience with the fraternity, and preparing for leadership in my career. We hire thousands of young team members every year, and that comes with a huge responsibility I take very seriously. It's most of those folks' first job. It's their introduction to the workplace. I'll offer a little unsolicited advice. It's impressive to see a lot of the students in attendance tonight. And I'll tell some of our team members that you get out into the workplace. I think it was Christiana that mentioned it in her video. She went through a number of jobs that she didn't love until she found what she did love. If you're doing something, if you're working at a job, ask yourself if you love what you're doing, and find that spot. Don't focus too much on what's next. I absolutely encourage having goals, but enjoy what you're doing. In life, in the business world, the paths will change, the environment changes. If you don't see that next step, enjoy what you're doing. Focus on doing a good job and let that path sort itself out from there. But if you're enjoying what you're doing, keep at it, keep working at it, and let the path sort itself out. It's served me well. I learned a lot in resilience. In my time here on campus, I was asked not to return to 2 dorms. I debated leaving that part in. I don't know if anyone's ever been stripped of a Distinguished Alumni Award in the same evening they received it, but it taught me to persevere and can keep going. I made some of my best friends in the world here on campus. I met my best friend here, my wife, Teresa. She did a lot of work tonight. She nominated me for this award. My son goes here. He's in his first semester here. Made the decision to go into nursing. All the respect in the world. 2 older sisters going to school now. I'm so proud of my family and their support. My wife arranged to have a table full of my best friends, all Oshkosh grads, all tremendously successful in their respective careers. And reflecting on, the successes that have been laid out here, I do think back to one of my favorite quotes. I think of Clarence the Angel telling George Bailey, no man is a failure who has friends. So thank you, everybody. Much appreciated.
It is a great pleasure to introduce our next Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, Cheryl Mellentine. Cheryl, a 1979 nursing major, embarked on a remarkable journey that led her to leadership roles in 4 prominent oil and gas companies and the Mark A. Chapman Foundation. Cheryl's career began in 1979 as a registered nurse at the Memorial Medical Center in Corpus Christi, Texas. She later transitioned to Texas Children's Hospital in Houston, where she worked as a neonatal intensive care unit nurse for 19 years and met her husband, Mark Chapman, during that time. In 2003, Cheryl identified a pressing issue: pet overpopulation in Houston and its surrounding area. In response, she founded Prevent Unwanted Pets, PUPS, a nonprofit organization. To this day, PUPS has sponsored over 40,000 spay and neuter surgeries, providing crucial assistance to pet owners in need and offering foster homes for animals awaiting their forever families. Following the loss of her husband in 2014, Cheryl assumed the presidency of 4 oil and gas companies and led the Mark A. Chapman Foundation, granting more than 100 college scholarships and generating supporting initiatives in science, engineering, and animal welfare. In 2022, Cheryl's exceptional contributions to animal welfare earned her an honorary doctorate of veterinary medicine from Kansas State University, making her the institution's first recipient of such a degree. Although Cheryl has an array of interests, they all center around giving and UWO students, especially nursing and music majors. They have benefited greatly through her incredible generosity. Among the initiatives Cheryl has supported at UWO are 4-year renewable nursing scholarships, an ICU trauma simulation suite, and Dean Suite in the College of Nursing, piano scholarships, and 2 Steinway pianos for UWO's music department.
I'm Marcus Wakefield, and I received the Mark Chapman Scholarship for Chamber of Music. Having the scholarship is really nice. I don't have to rely on work outside of piano for money as much, so I have more freedom to spend my time practicing and putting my focus and work and effort into what I'm eventually going to be doing as my career with piano. This piano is amazing. I love this piano. Dr. Coleman and I were just talking about how it feels like you can play anything on it and it sounds beautiful. And the other pianos on this campus are great too, but when you come to this one, you just really feel something special.
Cheryl was an integral part in bringing the technology that we did not currently have to fruition. With her background in the neonatal intensive care unit and her knowledge of nursing and her generous support, we were able to purchase a high-fidelity simulator. Cheryl, thank you from the bottom of our College of Nursing heart. You have impacted so many students through your generous donation.
PUPS is a spay-neuter assistance program. It stands for Prevent Unwanted Pets. We started November 1, 2003, and we help pay the spay-neuter bill if people cannot afford to do it on their own. We work with 20 vet clinics in 8 counties west of Houston, and we've done almost 9,000 spays and neuters. People ask me all the time, how can you have all these dogs and cats come through here, especially the dogs? How can you not fall in love with every single one and keep them? But the thing is, if I get that dog into a home, I can save the next one. So, that's what we do.
Please join me in welcoming Rosemary Smith, Dean Emeritus of the UWO College of Nursing, to the stage to accept the Distinguished Alumni Award on Cheryl's behalf, who could not be with us here this evening.
I am in awe of representing Cheryl Melanthine for this award. Cheryl is really just a wonderful human being, just a great ball of fire. Cheryl is unable to be here tonight, and she indicated to me when we chatted that if she had been here, she does a lot of things, but she doesn't like to do much public speaking. I'm hoping tonight that she's listening to my speech and hearing about the other award winners as well, and knowing that we're radiating a lot of high spirits and positive energy down to her in Cat Springs, Texas. When I recently talked to Cheryl on the phone, I had to coax her into saying, well, what would you do if you were doing the speech? And she said, well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to talk much. And then I got her to say, well, one of the things I would do is say thank you to the appropriate university leaders and the committees that had to do the work to get me where I'm at. And of course, the nominator, the person who nominated me for the award. And then she said, I want you to quote me, Rosemary. I want you to say that God gave me many blessings, and it is a joy to improve the lives of people, animals, and our environment. And then she commented, if she was here, she'd be done with her speech. She'd be walking off the stage. But I want to take 2 more minutes to just make a couple comments about Cheryl's courage of what was needed in 2014 to move forward after the shock of losing her husband and soulmate, Mark Chapman. You already heard that Cheryl had a very proud nursing career. And as a former nursing professor and dean, of course, I'd want to talk about nursing. But we're going to talk about chapter 2 of her career. What was needed from her to keep her husband's values, spirit, and legacy going forward. She stepped into uncharted territory as the president of his oil and gas companies and the Mark A. Chapman Foundation. Not an easy role with a huge learning curve. And you can just imagine the power politics. An arena she'd not been in before. But Cheryl conquered the job, and she uses the millions of dollars of profits to make a huge difference in our world. You heard some of them in the video, but it's much more extensive than that. She does a lot with the arts, music, athletics, scholarships at many, many universities, hundreds of them, and her passion for animals in distress, literally from disabled horses and goats to the sea turtles on the coast, Gulf Coast of Texas. So, who's Cheryl? She's a ball of fire. When she wants something done, she does it. She asks nothing of others that she doesn't do herself. She puts in long 11 to 14-hour days running the companies and the foundation, in addition to running her little ranch. She's got over 70 special needs animals on the ranch, 54 of which are dogs. And she does the majority of care, feeding, and maintenance of these foster animals, of these permanent animals, along with foster animals. A recent time, I had an opportunity to talk to her on the phone and get reacquainted. It's been a while since we had chatted. And I said to her, well, tell me about a typical day. And she said, well, let me just tell you about an incident. She said, my most recent dog, she's a mutt. She got trapped on the side of the road, a county road. This road had semis and motorcycles and cars all whizzing by at 60 miles an hour and more. I had to stop. I got excited. My heart was pounding. Had to take a few deep breaths, put on my gloves, got my leash, thinking, gosh, I can't believe she's alive. There she was, trembling on the side of the road. Took a few more deep breaths and approached her. And yes, I got her on the leash. I was able to feel some real pleasure in having that happen. And then she starts laughing as she's talking to me. And wouldn't you know it, that critter tried to bite me. That's Cheryl. Got that critter home, and she now has a home on her ranch. I truly hope that Cheryl's listening to us online to hear my words. Thank you, Cheryl Melanthine, for your many generous actions that improve the lives of so many others. especially for those of us here at UW Oshkosh. We wish you were here with us tonight to experience our handshakes of gratitude and our big hugs of appreciation. Thank you, Cheryl, and thank you for listening to me tonight.
Our next distinguished award recipient is Maurice Wentz, who graduated in 1995 with a bachelor's degree in human services. His professional endeavors are vast, including more than 20 years in business management, customer relations, and community organization. In July 2022, Wentz and his wife, Yashika, opened the only Black-owned, full-service grocery store in Wisconsin to provide healthy food options in an area of Milwaukee considered a food desert. Sherman Park Grocery provides fresh foods and affordable food options to thousands of City of Milwaukee residents. Maurice is also a principal at D&Q Investments, and with Yashika, they manage a successful real estate business. Moreover, the couple started a dance studio for women of all ages to grow their confidence and increase their spiritual, physical, and emotional well-being. Maurice Wentz's community impact is felt through his participation in various initiatives, including Upstart Kitchen, a venue for culinary artists to support their entrepreneurial passions of opening a restaurant. Fork Farms, a hydroponic farm growing fresh greens involving area youth. Maurice also serves on various boards, including the National Christian Foundation, Wisconsin.
My name is Maurice Wentz, owner and operator of Sherman Park Grocery Store. What I've learned most in Oshkosh was what is now or probably still referred as Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the basic needs. And that assisted me in my today world and finding out what our community needs, their basic needs of a grocery store, fulfilling the food insecurity as it relates for the advancement of our community, the building of and curbing the health and nutrition access with our community, not just with the children, but the adults as well. Relationship, networking, and rapport. That's what I established in Oshkosh, and that's what's thrusted me and maintained my ability to be an investor in real estate and a developer in real estate, and now the owner and operator of the grocery store. And we've created a nonprofit organization, an Upstart Kitchen, which is a commercial shared kitchen. And we've also created the laundromat and a community work center. So Upstart Kitchen is a shared community kitchen. We've got those culinary artists who have access to Sherman Park Grocery Store. Their products are in our grocery store. Baked goods and coffee and creamers and salads are now in our grocery store as well. My fondest memories of Oshkosh was developing relationships, not only with the professors and the staff at Oshkosh, but my peers. For anyone that's experienced on Oshkosh, networking, relationship, and rapport is extremely important for the success because you don't know where those three can lead.
Maurice Wentz, please come forward to accept the Distinguished Alumni Award for your significant efforts to impact positive social change.
I feel like Kevin Hart. All right, all right, all right. What else do you say behind that? I am grateful and humble first for my spiritual guide, the Father above, and my parents, my dad who's in the audience, my mom, my family and friends, my wife, Yashika, the committee of Oshkosh, and my community who allowed me to serve. I made mention in the speech, relationship, rapport, and networking. I gathered and gleaned that right here on this college campus. Lastly, I want to make sure that you understand another thing that stands out so much in my life, and those two things are the impact and reach. A boxer has impact and reach. So when we look at ourselves, our gifts, talents, and purposes, or our professional careers, what's your impact and reach? And what's your impact and reach? And how have you advanced, not a spooky spiritual at all, the kingdom of God and your own community? Thank you so very much.
Our final Distinguished Alumni Award honoree is Brian Wright, who graduated with a major in criminal justice in 2008. Brian serves as a prevention educator, specializing in domestic and sexual violence. His journey began as a student intern with a restorative justice program in middle schools, where he discovered his passion for prevention work. Brian's commitment to the community led him to work in youth prevention education for Christine Ann domestic abuse and reach counseling. He organized family group sessions to enhance communication and rebuild family connections affected by domestic violence. During his time at these organizations, Brian also crafted an anger and aggression educational program for teen males. Using his counseling and program design experience, Brian founded his own company, Dynamic Family Solutions, LLC. Here, he developed a juvenile diversion program for adolescents who engaged in sexting behavior which constitutes a unique and distinguished accomplishment in the field of criminal justice and provided an alternative sanction to a traditionally more punitive system. He also developed a student platform and app to help with challenges related to drug, alcohol, and vaping. Brian's company is committed to offering young individuals second chances through educational programs that steer them away from the juvenile justice system.
So since UW Oshkosh, I have transitioned into becoming the founder and owner of Dynamic Family Solutions, which our company prides itself in being able to design and develop what we call second chance educational programs to better benefit families and youth that are struggling with some of the most difficult times. I mean, all around, Oshkosh really was the jumping point, the platform that, and the school that really provided me those resources, tools, the connections, and the ties to be able to really get to where I'm at now. So it literally just continues to show the collaboration, the support, and the never-ending teamwork that you get to be able to have a partner, and how UW Oshkosh has always stood by our side and the student side. And I wouldn't be anywhere without, the criminal justice statistics department. I mean, it really opened my eyes to just how many areas there are to help and to be a part of and to volunteer or intern with. All of the staff and all of the people that I've got to work with at UWO has just been, it continues to be just incredibly amazing.
Brian Wright, please step forward to receive your Distinguished Alumni Award for your exceptional contributions in support of youth and families.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Honestly and full-heartedly, all day long, being back on campus and being as overwhelmed with the pride, the joy, the support, the encouragement. This literally is what UW Oshkosh is all about. This is what UW Oshkosh and campuses is bringing people together to be able to connect us in this way. to continue to learn, grow, and flourish. How many places do you get to be able to show up to and just hear so much positivity and so much hope and cheer and just so much joy going into the world? You don't find that too often. And to be a part of that and knowing that Oshkosh is the stemming ground for all of this to be able to like be the jumping point. As I said in my video, and as everybody that has stepped forward and came up here and stated, man, all the students in the audience here that we were just talking about earlier, these are some really big shoes to fill. But I know you got this because you have the encouragement and the support of every single one of these staff members that continue to guide you, that continue to be there for you. And this entire journey has been one of the most transformative, experiential times of my life. And I struggled a lot going through college as well because I struggled with a lot of my paths and where I was going to be and what was going to happen. And if it wasn't for the support of my unwavering family and everybody sitting at this table, Chris, I won't even be here if it wasn't for you. You were one of my greatest role models who came to UW Oshkosh. I followed in your footsteps. You have taken me in so many times. Jamie, you have supported me. Matt, my brother Matt, when I started struggling, I got into a little bit of trouble as well. John, I don't know if this is a trend or not, but I was also kicked out of 2 dorms and struggled a little bit. So I don't know if this is a trend, but if it wasn't for the support, the counseling staffs, and like everybody else that gave me that second chance and literally believed in me and continued to support me, Matt, as I went through that transition and literally, he was off in the Army, and he told me, if you continue to get in trouble, I am going to show up and be at the house, and you're going to find out what's going to happen. And I literally, about a week later, ended up getting in trouble, and I walked through my living room floor, or the door, and all of a sudden, there's Matt standing close to it, and he's staring at me, and I'm like, oh, it was a good lesson learned. Your tough love and your never-ending support. Autumn, who is always there for me as well. Brad, who literally has listened to me vent and whine and complain and go through all my struggles and all my turmoils. My best twin, my better half, whoever was always there for me, my parents who have never given up on me. And that is where, like, literally being able to provide these second chance educational opportunities to these youth and now getting to literally be able to partner and continue to come to UW Oshkosh and to have the continued support of the criminal justice staff. Honestly and full-heartedly, Dr. Jones, you were one of my very first professors when I came onto campus, and now I get to come back and work with you to be able to help create evidence-based programs and to continue to prove that our programs are working and doing what they're supposed to, because that's always the scariest part. I never want to be making sure I'm not messing kids up or doing anything else, but they're working, so that's a plus. Vicki, who honestly and full-heartedly, you have become one of the greatest cheerleaders, supports. You have put me up for so many different nominations. You have been there by my side. And honestly, that is the continued support that you get from UW Oshkosh. That is the continued, unwavering, just like love. And that is what Titan Pride is all about. And that literally is what every one of us can be proud and joyful and continue to take into the rest of the weekend and just feel so hopeful and just feel proud of all of this happening and taking place. So thank you so much, UW Oshkosh. Thank you so much, staff, for putting this together. This meal, the food, the whole day, all of it, you continue to go above and beyond. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Tonight, we honor our third Alumni Outstanding Service Award recipient. The Alumni Outstanding Service Award was created in 2021 in honor of the university's sesquicentennial. It recognizes a graduate who has made exemplary contributions to UWO through their support of the university and their volunteer efforts. Allow me to introduce Mark Nyland, a dedicated double alumnus who earned his bachelor's degree in 1991 and master's degree in counseling in 1993. Mark recently retired as Associate Director of Residence Life and Director of the Grunhagen Conference Center and Residence Life Conference Services at UWO. A resident of Oshkosh, Mark excelled in department administration and community engagement, where he led teams providing essential services to university staff, students, and special events attendees from across Wisconsin and beyond. These notable groups include the Wisconsin Special Olympics, Badgers Girls State, UWO Sports Camp, Oshkosh Placement Exchange, and thousands of EAA Air Venture guests from across the world who reside in our campus residence halls each year. In addition to being an exceptional administrator and host, anyone who knows Mark understands being a Titan alumnus is part of his identity. Every day, he shares his passion, dedication, and Titan pride with everyone he meets. Mark is an especially proud supporter of Titan athletics and attends numerous events on campus and travels to other campuses as well. Mark's remarkable UWO journey has been profoundly influenced by inspiring faculty who challenged him to excel academically and step outside his comfort zone.
Like a youth hostel. It's sort of like a bed and breakfast. Faculty and staff who are commuting, they love staying here because they don't have to pay $200 a night to do it elsewhere. And to me, I've really reveled in the history of how purposeful the campus was in repositioning a building from a residence hall to insightfully say, we're going to make this a conference center and we're going to allow year-round events to take place. Athletes in their major, they may be also doing social services outreach, like working at Father Carr's or working at, for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Challenge our students to do is, if you're feeling in any way disconnected, just find the one thing. And if it's the only thing you find, do it to your best. Because you're going to leave and look back on your experience as a student and go, yeah, I'm proud of that. I feel like I made an accomplishment. I never would have. And it's been a wonderful community to raise our family. I have 3 children who are all in their mid-20s, and their friendships, their safety, their well-being, their academic success, and that to me as a parent, it was just a beautiful community to raise our family. Everything I attempt to do is to bring pride to the campus. I'm happy, I'm proud when I look back and say, I'm part of this campus community. So if somebody asks me, what do I do? I'm not going to say I work there. I'm going to say, this is what I do there. And this is how the campus is part of Oshkosh.
Please join me in welcoming Mark Nyland to the stage as he receives the well-deserved Alumni Outstanding Service Award.
Good evening. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to express some simple words. Over the past several weeks, I've been mentally preparing for tonight. One phrase was repeatedly filling my mind. You have been beautifully blessed. That phrase summarizes what I feel each and every day of my life. In the fall of 1987, my journey began at UWO. I had initially committed to a college, was ready to enroll in Iowa, and through the deep friendship of a person I was attending boarding school, he said, I think you need to go with me to UWO and check the campus out. I made the trip. It changed the course of my life. If not for his invitation to join, everything about my life would have been different. I was beautifully blessed by his friendship, and we became college roommates here at UWO. I loved my courses of study and my faculty more than words can effectively convey. They cared deeply for me. They were passionate and caring human beings. My connection to them and the subjects they taught profoundly impacted me. I was beautifully blessed by each of them. I met the love of my life at UW Oshkosh. Amy was completing her bachelor's degree in business. Her sister Heidi was doing the same. They loved UW Oshkosh as much as I did. And I said, this is someone I want to spend my life with. I've been beautifully blessed and honored to be together with my wife for 32 years. We have 3 amazing children who inspire me deeply. They are teachers in their chosen professions. My daughter Olivia is also an alumnus of UWO, and I could not be more proud of the next generation. In the spring of 1988, I was invited to apply for a student community advisor position within the Department of Residence Life. That moment changed my life. It offered me the opportunity to join a family for 35 wonderful years. None of my extended family lives in Wisconsin. So my family was my work, in addition to my nuclear family. And I loved every minute of it. Dr. James Chetwood, Tom Foydick, Lori DeVellis Collins, Vice Chancellor Aaron Grisham, Jackie Bollinger, Abby Sylvia, Adam Hernandez, Victor Alatorre, Chris Wagner, the team who are with me tonight. Your friendship is what I have valued the most. I have been beautifully blessed to work with all of you. Finally, for the past 35 years, I've traveled all across Wisconsin, throughout the Midwest, all over the U.S. to support our UW Oshkosh coaches and athletes, many of whom have become close friends of mine. My family has joined me for many of those trips and can attest to the complete excitement and passion I have for Titan athletics. Just this last weekend, I was at UW Lacrosse. It was worth every minute of the 6-hour trip to watch a football game for 2.5 hours. I sat next to one of my most beautiful friendship faculty, Richard Kalinowski, who recently retired. And at the end of the game, I said, Richard, you are a beautiful human being. And I am so blessed to know you. Those are the faculty we have on this campus. I have been, in a small way, impacted as much by them as our students have been. Finally, I wish to share with everyone here today, and all who are part of the Titan Nation and the family we are part of, the passion I have for UWO is only matched by one thing: the understanding that I have been beautifully blessed to call UWO my home for so many years. I thank you, and thank you. I could not imagine what my life would be without it. Thank you.
Now I'd like to ask Kevin Jacklin, president of the UW Oshkosh Alumni Association Board of Directors, to come forward to present our Alumni Service Awards. Kevin received his undergraduate degree in business in 1985 and earned his MBA in 1995. He is a lecturer at UW Green Bay and manager of the Willie D. Davis Finance Lab.
Well, thank you very much, and just want to thank Wendell for taking over the MC responsibilities. I think I appreciate that very much. It saved my voice a little bit so I can scream more tomorrow. So first I want to ask, who was here last year? So you have to admit, Wendell's an upgrade. Though I think I have better jokes. Well, down to business. First of all, I'm pleased to honor and thank 3 members of our UW Oshkosh Alumni Association Board. They have recently completed their terms, and we want to thank them for their dedicated service to the Alumni Association Board of Directors. As a lasting token of our appreciation, a brick in each of their names has been installed in the patio of this building. Tonight, they receive a mini replica of that brick for display in their home or office, as well as a certificate acknowledging them for their dedicated service to their alma mater. First of all, I'd like to recognize Mark Derwachter, and I apologize, Mark, if I butchered your name. You couldn't have Johnson, could you? Or Smith. But Mark graduated in 1988 and enjoyed a distinguished career in education. retiring from the Kaukauna Area School District, where he served as superintendent. He served 3 terms on the Alumni Association Board of Directors, led the chapter's development committee, and shared his expertise with many UW-Oshkosh students. We thank Mark for his dedicated service, and please come forward. Next, we will honor Brooke Buntruck Tavert. Brooke graduated with a political science degree in 2004. She joined the Alumni Association Board of Directors in 2010, beating me by 2 years. Has served various leadership roles throughout her tenure, including committee chair, treasurer, vice president, president, and last year she served as past president. She is also a proud member of the Gamma Phi Beta. Probably should have gave you a heads up on that one. Sorry. Brooke is a true Titan and can always be found supporting her signature black and gold wherever she is on campus or representing UW-Oshkosh. Excuse me. Brooke and her husband, Ron, met here right at UWO. And they were the first couple to have their wedding in this beautiful building. Brooke, we salute you for your tireless service to the Alumni Board and your amazing dedication. So now that's at least only 2 times that I've shown emotion. So lastly, we'd like to recognize Tom Wagner. Tom graduated with a degree in marketing in 1986 and served 2 terms on the Alumni Association Board of Directors. He served as treasurer, chair of the chapters committee, and the Reeve Union Board. Tom and I met as freshmen and often reminisce about how we were survivors of Scott Hall, although we were never asked to relocate. Unfortunately, Tom could not be with us this morning, but I hope he's watching on the streaming, but we do thank him for his dedicated service. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Greg Giles, a 1991 graduate of UWO, who serves as Executive Director of the UW-Oshkosh Foundation.
I brought this because I watched a lot of Days of Our Lives when I was in school, like many of you probably. No. It's an hourglass, so I have that much time to finish. No, I wrote the hourglass. The hourglass, with its elegant and timeless design, has always held a profound symbolism of our life. It serves as a constant reminder of the finite nature of our existence and the unstoppable march of time. The upper bulb, filled with golden grains of sand, represents the moments of life we have already lived, while the lower bulb, still empty, signifies the unknown future that lies ahead. It's a stark reminder that our time on this earth is limited, and it prompts us to contemplate how we approach life. If you woke up this morning and you knew exactly how many grains of sand you had left in your life, how would things be different? In the past, I often found myself caught in the whirlwind of daily routines and trivial concerns, forgetting to appreciate the precious moments that make life beautiful. However, as I observe the sands of time slipping through the narrow passage, I've come to realize the importance of cherishing each moment and making a difference in the world we live. An hourglass can encourage us to make the most of our time we have left, to pursue our passions, nurture our relationships, and savor the simple pleasures of life. It prompts us to take risks, to step out of our comfort zone, and to live with purpose. As I look around this room, I see present and past Alumni Award recipients that continue to change the world we live in, and wonder how so many of you quietly do things to impact others in amazing ways. We're all wired to do good in this world, like superheroes without capes. Somewhere early in our existence, these first few grains of sand in our life might have been shaped by a parent, a teacher, or a friend. I apologize because some of you have probably heard this, but I remember a life lesson taught to me by my 4-year-old son in my early parenting years, and it framed how I go about life. Now, if you know me, I'm early for everything. I'm early for meetings. I'm early for the day. I'm early for my alarm clock. And I remember having to take my 4-year-old son out of town to get him to daycare, and I'm running late this day. And I'm worried I'm going to miss the meeting, which I've never been late to before, so I start giving him the notice. I'm like, Ben, we got 4 minutes till we got to leave. Run around the house getting ready. I yell again, Ben, we got 3 minutes till we leave. Ben, we got 2 minutes. And then finally we meet each other in the hallway, and he's standing there just in his Fruit of the Loom underwear. And I looked at him, I'm like, Ben, like, we got to go. I got to get you out of town, and I got to get back to my meeting. I'm going to be late. He's like, Dad, it's superhero week. I need my Batman t-shirt. I'm like, what? We got to go. I told everybody I'd wear it today. Ben, we've got to go. It's like, Dad, can I wear my Batman t-shirt? I'm like, Ben. And I finally said, Ben, look, it's the middle of winter. It's a short sleeve shirt. I put it in the attic. We got to go. And he took this big swallow of courage. He just looked up at him. He's like, Dad, if you get my shirt down, I'll be really proud of you. He wore the shirt that day. We don't need someone to always tell us how really proud of us they are when we do our greater work, but remember that we are wired to make a difference by the grains of sand in our hourglass. The hourglass symbolizes not just the time that has passed, but also the time that is yet to come. It reminds us that the future is not fixed and we have the power to shape it. This realization should inspire us to approach life with greater intention, to set meaningful goals and take steps towards achieving them. It's a daily prompt to be more mindful, compassionate, and to leave a positive impact on the world. The hourglass serves as a profound teacher, urging us to live each day as if it were our last. For in its simple design lies a powerful reminder that life is a precious, fleeting gift. Now let's go out and make a difference with the grains of sand still left in our life. Thanks much for coming tonight.
Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. It certainly has been enlightening and enriching to learn of the impact UWO and its alumni are having in this state, in this country, and indeed across the world. Before I close, though, I want to say thank you again to Justine Stokes, General Manager of Titan TV, who is producing the video content you've seen tonight and handling the stream. Students in the radio, TV, film department edited each video you saw tonight and are working behind the cameras. Bill Kirchhoff, Damon Hoffman, our engineers, and Austin Keller, our student assistant, did a great job in helping set up tonight. And I wanted to say thank you to them. We again congratulate our 2023 Alumni Award recipients. Please stay in touch and keep us updated on your future successes, as we know there will be many. See you tomorrow at the homecoming festivities as we continue our celebration of UW Oshkosh's pride, tradition, and success. Thank you. Have a safe trip to your final destination. Good evening.
The Oshkosh Student Association held its first debate since 2019.
Only at 90.3 WRST FM Oshkosh. Student ran.